I was afraid of his wife.
Oh. You were afraid of his wife. Does she bite?
I have something called six-finger parquet, and there are parquet coming off of the floor. Now, 11 years ago, they stopped making this parquet. Now they make something that's called five-finger parquet. And I know this because I had many other estimates come after Robin didn't show up to do the job. So I just assumed that he doesn't want to do the job because it's impossible to get that six-finger parquet any longer.
Okay, and what do you say happened?
Your Honor, they discontinued the six-finger, but they have five-finger. The block is the exact same size. I went over this with Alana Clayman in the beginning.
It doesn't work.
Well, you know what, ma'am? Sometimes you can't get everything you want in life. Once you learn that you can't get six-finger parquet, you're going to have to make some compromises. You found somebody here who was willing to help you out. Even though you weren't going to get exactly what you wanted, you know what? He was going to try and help you out and do something as close as six-finger parquet.
It's not even close. Everyone that came, his friends, all told me that the only way out of this was to take the wood floor in the kitchen up, which does not have that intricate border going around it, and replace it with stone or porcelain.
Okay. You have a witness here?
Yes, ma'am. This is Don Luzak. My wife had sent a letter to Alana Clayman. My wife's also my partner. This is your last shot. We're going to schedule you for May 16th, 2006, and we will be completed by May 25th. Don was at my shop. He's one of my subcontractors. He has his own flooring contracting company as well.
And he was going to help you out that day?
He was going to help me out that day.
You thought finally you're going to get this job done?
Finally, I can do it.
Right. You showed up and what happened?
But I knew I wasn't going to be able to because I knew she wasn't going to be ready to begin with. So I did bring my camera and thought I should take pictures of all the furniture and chambers that are in the house.
You were protecting yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
And I want to see what the pictures are of the furniture. Let me see.
This is the day we were there, Your Honor.
Let me see. This is where the fight broke out over her taking pictures. Ma'am.
Yes.
I see chairs here that you could have moved. This is a dark picture, but I see furniture there.
No, it's not furniture.
I see lots of boxes, lots of things on this floor, okay? And what do you have to say here?
When we got there, it did take her a long time to come out and let us in. And she did say, Robin, stop taking pictures of my house. And she snatched the camera from him. You couldn't clean those floors, let alone sand them. There was so much stuff in that house.
Okay. I understand you have a witness, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, who's your witness?
Another person who Robin did her floors.
Can we bring out the witness? What is your name, ma'am?
Linda Richardson?
Okay. You are here on behalf of Mrs. Clayman?
Yes.
Okay, and what is the testimony you want to offer?
I am a dissatisfied customer, previous customer of Robin's, and
what did Robin do for you?
he came out and put wood floors in.
You remember being retained by this witness to do this?
I haven't seen her for 7 or 8 years.
Oh, yeah,
I
but you know who she
completed the
is.
floors. I've never heard one complaint from her. Ever got a phone call, never litigation, never Better Business Bureau. I don't even know what she's talking about.
He took my dog and he would not return him.
Oh,
What do you mean
Your
he took
Honor,
your dog?
Please, this is ridiculous.
Wait a minute.
This lady was giving her dog away, and I house sat that dog because the carpet was so stinky she had to move out of her house. And then I put wood floors in, and then she said she's going to give the dog away. I said, no, that's ridiculous. I'll keep the dog.
So he didn't steal your dog.
He took my dog and would not return him.
How did he get a hold of your dog?
When the time came for him to stain the floor,
Yes.
we had to go to hotel for several days.
Yes.
And he offered to take the dog instead of me having to put him in a kennel.
Okay, so he took your dog while your floors were being stained.
Correct.
And do you know you could have used other means to get your dog if you really wanted your dog?
I was afraid of his wife.
Oh,
You were afraid of his wife. Does she bite?
Probably.
Probably. Okay,
Your
you know
Honor.
what? Let me just tell you something.
Can I-
I've heard enough, okay?
Wait, can I just tell you one thing?
I've heard enough, okay? The deal was, as I understand it, your deal was he's going to sand your floors, but before he does that, you've got to get the furniture out of there. Well, two things. You got to be home so he can get in, and when he gets in, you got to have no furniture on your floors. What I've heard from him is he tried about 4 or 5 times to go to your house, and the first 4 or 5 times No one answered the door. Then he went a couple of more times, and you hadn't moved the furniture. By your own admission, at least your bubbles were still there, okay? You know what I think happened here? I think that Mrs. Claimant has more than pickled floors. I think you may have a pickled brain. I am going to dismiss your claims.